fact, I kind of think that I lean towards being excessively secretive. Like, even when it's not something that you need to be secretive about, I'm probably like secretive. I don't know why this is, but I see it in a lot of my siblings as well. Maybe it's just a family thing, or maybe it's just a generational thing. But now, as I'm growing older, I'm forced kind of to be a lot more. Not really that I'm forced. I'm kind of goaded into being a lot more aggressive. A certain situation comes up, something is going wrong, and you say something, and you're right, but still nothing goes your way. Like I was talking to this Muslim brother, right? This is a recent convert from, I think, New Zealand was where he was from, right? I was thinking about setting up a business where I help like reverts because my father is revert and thought it would be a good idea. It might still be a good idea. I just don't have the time for it at the moment. And basically, I was talking to this guy, and he was talking about how he got fired from his job, and the reason why he got fired from his job is because he could see that these guys were working in a way that was like suboptimal, right? And he had been telling them about it, and he had been telling them about it, and he had telling them about it, right? And after a certain amount of time, he got into a meeting with all of these people, right? And he just went off and he explained to them, and he was very angry about it, you guys are doing this is wrong, and this company that we're all in is going to go under because of this, and he got fired. Okay, he just went off, and he's kind of like me, from the way we were talking. I kind of got the same vibe, especially in terms of the things that he'd been through, like with his family and all that stuff, right? And he was right because after that, like 2 months later, this company went bankrupt, completely, like completely bankrupt. But his vindication didn't really help him with anything because at the time that I was talking to him, inshallah, like now he's really good. But at the time I was talking to him, he was like completely broke. I think he had been kicked out of his like father's house, and now he was living in like a one-bedroom house somewhere in New Zealand. I'm not sure like how broke. There are levels to broke. So there's being broke in South Africa, and then there's being broke in New Zealand, and then there's being broke in Burundi. It's completely different things. But you see, the thing is, from what the conversation I had with this guy, and what I've also learned myself in terms of being right in an argument but still not getting anywhere, is that you have to stop making the thing that you're doing about somebody agreeing to your point and then moving in the direction you want them to. Okay? Because people see that as overt manipulation, and also when you're saying that a situation is bad, usually you're saying that to the person who is responsible for that situation. So they're responsible for it being like that, and also, responsible and could make the changes that would get you where you want to go. But if you go from the point that this is something that's wrong, the person is going to say, hey, that's something I'm in control of, right? They get defensive. And then now you're working from a position where you're trying to get X done, but this person is trying to defend themselves, and that's not what you want. So, in terms of arguments, what you need to look at, and it's a bit hard, what you need to be trying to do is asking yourself, what are the objectives of person X? Okay, and then seeing how the change that you're going to make, first of all, do not complain about problems just for the sake of complaining about the problem. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says like, "Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir falyakul khayra aw liyasmut." You should say good or keep silent. So don't just complain, right? If you're coming with a problem, also come with a solution in the back of it. This is a problem I have, right? I'll say this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But if somebody asks me, hey, what are we supposed to do about all this? Flow is really nice, but that's what you need to do first when you're about to complain about something. First of all, don't even frame it as complaint. Frame it as you're coming with a suggestion to solve a problem that you see happening, and then you tie it into the person's goals for themselves. So let's say you're trying to give advice to your dad about raising one of his other kids. He wants this kid to be like amazing, right? That's basically what all fathers want, the kids to be amazing. You come to him and you say, hey, if we do this for this kid, it will make her, I don't know, all the way over there. And it will solve these problems that we're seeing, right? But you're going from a position not where it's you against the person. You're going from a position where you're both on the same side and you're working against thing X. That's the sort of shift that you need to make in terms of having conversations with people and trying to get them to change their ways or change their views and stuff like that.